Dáithí agus fáilte. Hi, hello and welcome. John O'Sullivan, Irish Pagan School. And do you ever wonder what we go to on our bookshelf when we're generating our teaching and our classes? What resources, does our hand very quickly and most frequently go to? Well, if you're interested, make sure you're following along with us here, because I'm going to try and provide you some book reviews from our bookshelf here at the Irish Pagan School. And the first is one that I go to quite often, and it is this book here. This is The Sacred Isles, which is a beliefs and religion in pre-Christian Ireland, done by the awesome Dáithí hÓgáin. Dáithí hÓgáin was an associate professor at University College Dublin. He specialised in Celtic studies and produced a great number of works about it. I'm actually going to read the back of this book, the brief on it, because it's exactly why I go to this book on a regular basis, and it gives you the right expectations. So what this is, it's a clear and comprehensive survey of the lore and the rituals of pre-Christian Ireland. It combines the evidence from folklore and early literature, as well as archaeology, to establish the ancient views of the otherworld and their interface with human life. It commences with the earliest known settlements of Ireland and proceeds to discuss the Druidic teachings and practices as far as the introduction to Christianity into the island, and then sheds light on the connections between ideas, narratives, and material artifacts as well. And it has very detailed and copious notes, and supplemented with an outstanding bibliography. The back of this book is the bibliography broken down chapter by chapter with all of the references of where to go and what other kind of stuff. So even if you don't find content in the front of this book to support, everything is referenced. You go to the chapter, well, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for. You'll be able to go into the bibliography, go into the references, and take it back to where is his sources, where did he actually get the content from as he was extrapolating on this. I really love this book because the tone and the process with which Dáithí provided and wrote it is very accessible. It's not heavy with academic terms. It's not like trying to obfuscate information behind learned walls of information or anything like that at all. It's quite direct, and also it draws correlations between ancient Ireland and other cultures out there that maybe got a little bit more of a recognition, a little bit more kind of educational support from the academic bodies at their times. Well, really, it's because Ireland was colonized and all of our own kind of information was put away from us. I will probably, I have talked about that in other videos. You can catch more on that, I'm sure. But as far as a book goes, time and again I find myself taking this off the bookshelf. And we do have another one of his books, which it actually lists on here. It is Myth, Legend and Romance, an encyclopedia of Irish folk tradition, and that was done in 1990. This one is from 1999. So it is, quick maths, not even quick maths, 25 years old. But again, I'm constantly going back to this book because it bridges the academic information, the mythology, the folklore. In fact, Dáithí hÓgáin in UCD was the head curator of the National Folklore Collection there. It's now under Kelly Fitzgerald, who is an absolute legend as well. But he had to approach things from an academic point of view in order to be like, okay, well, we can't go fully into expressing the spiritual beliefs or espousing the spiritual beliefs. So it doesn't fully advocate for the spiritual aspects of it, but he comes as close to it as you possibly could find in academic works, in my experience, acknowledging how fundamentally important the spiritual aspect of community was to the ancient Irish people. And so everything from Druids and Druidic traditions here, Druids and their practices, the teachings of the Druids, the society of the gods. He goes right into the rights of sovereignty, which is a very fascinating area. And then, of course, it finishes with the triumph of Christianity and the arrival and the end of, or the changing and shifting of ancient pagan Ireland. So, as far as book reviews, again, this is The Sacred Isle, Belief and Religion in Pre-Christian Ireland by Dáithí hÓgáin. It is a fantastic book. It's a great resource. I, time and again, find myself going to it. And if you're interested, maybe go see if you can pick it up. I think they've done other editions of it. It might not be the easiest to find out there, but it is on our bookshelf, and I'm very grateful that it exists there, thanks to my partner, the lovely and amazing Laura O'Brien. So, quick video on that. Thank you very much for joining us. I do wish you all the best. If you are interested in knowing more about Ireland mythology, culture, spirituality, heritage, all the practices that we do. Make sure you're on the mailing list for the Irish Pagan School. Follow us here. And if you have any questions, if you have a kesh to you, kesh is the Irish word for question, type it in the comments below and I will do my best to come back and answer that for you. Until next time, look after yourself, take care, and as ever, slán. Goodbye.